Mr. Randall, please read the title of Senate Bill 86.
No, you're going to introduce the bill on the committee report.
Senate Bill 86 by Senators Lambert and Williams, also Representatives Janal and Rankin, concerning the use of cyber coding cryptology for state records in connection with making an appropriation.
Representative. Who's going first, Rankin?
Mr. Chair, I move Senate Bill 86 and the Business Affairs and Labor Committee report.
To the Business Affairs and Business Affairs report, Representative Rankin.
So this committee did outstanding work, a little bit too much maybe, but a lot of work, and really attacked this bill. This is a really important bill, the underlying premise, and we'll talk about in a minute, but the committee took on two big pieces of it. One was the side that OIT, Information Technology, had proposed, and the other was the side where higher education will build up curricula, faculty, and develop a workforce around the premise of the bill, which is cyber security and blockchain technology. So what the committee did in these two amendments was change first the OIT portion. OIT had said they needed $5 million. On investigation, it turned out they needed a bit more. So this bill actually reduces the OIT allocation to $250,000, but in the process, we are encouraging OIT to go back and give us a thorough assessment of their needs around cybersecurity and blockchain technology. We will be expecting that to come back next fall. The second thing the committee did, was some amendments which looked into the spending in higher education. This is so important that we develop this technology and this faculty and this workforce that the Business Committee put in reporting requirements, and we already had a 5-year program, but essentially a sunset. So we have extensive reporting requirements, and they have identified through these amendments where those reports would go and in what time frame. So we have a very thorough look so the legislature can monitor this activity as it goes forward. So I ask for your support on the amendments from the Business Affairs Committee.
As a member of the Business Affairs Committee, I appreciate your praise of the committee report. Is there any further discussion of on the committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the excellent Business Affairs and Committee report on Senate Bill 86. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. It is indeed adopted. To the bill, Representative Janal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Senate Bill 86 deals with cyber coding for state record keeping and protection, and blockchain distributed ledger is a brand new technology. It's advancing very quickly. I kind of equate it to where email was about 20 years ago. None of us really knew how to use it, but now we use it every day. And this is the way the blockchain distributed ledger is going. But cyber threats to state government agencies are increasing. The Department of State is going to consider in this bill research, development, and implementation for encryption and data integrity techniques. OIT has never dealt with blockchain ledger. OIT will assess data systems of our public agencies for the benefits and costs of applying distributed ledger technology. But this bill also, as Representative Rankin had stated, is utilizing specifics with institutions of higher education, where they may include distributed ledger technology within their curricula and also in research and development. This is an emerging technology, and they're also including in this new technology and the topics that encompass this scholarships and internships. There's also coordination with the National Cybersecurity Center in Colorado Springs, which is working closely with the University of Colorado in Colorado Springs. And higher ed is therefore important not only for educational purposes, but also for workforce development. Again, this is the future, and I ask for an aye vote.
Representative Rankin, no. Representative Sandwich.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I was part of the committee that heard this bill, and a lot of times I vote no on similar bills. I mean, I don't see the bang for the buck. I don't see the clarity. But on this one, I voted yes. I think the sponsors did a great job. They articulated the need of these funds. It was clear the purpose of these funds. Cybersecurity, we're a global leader, and we want to continue to be a global leader. So I think this is money well spent. And also for national security, the threat is evolving, and our means to go after these threats need to evolve as well. And Colorado can be the global leader on that. Also, jobs. We're all looking for quality jobs. I think this helps every corner of our state in getting attracting high-tech jobs. So with that said, I'm in favor of this bill. Thank you.
Representative, I'm going to Becker J. Are you interested? You are the no. Let's defer to Representative Liston. No. Anyone? Yes, Representative Liston.
I'll go. Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Well, members, I too serve on the Business Labor Committee, and I rise in support of Senate Bill 86. A lot of good reasons, but the funding that will go to this, let me give you an example of how it will be leveraged. At the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, which does happen to be in my district, but they're getting a request of funding of about $2.8 million, but they're going to be able to leverage that over the next 6 years to almost $16 million through industry support. They're going to, it's estimated that the number of students that they'll be able to put into internships is over 450 students, and over that 6-year period, turn out about 4,400 degrees or certificates, as well as Pikes Peak Community College. So this money will be leveraged 3, 4, in some cases 6 to 1. The various presidents and officials of a number of institutions came and spoke strongly in favor of this. It makes great sense for all the reasons that everybody will be talking about. I urge and I vote for Senate Bill 86. Thank you.
Representative Melton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and members, I rise in support of this. Mr. Chair, this is an innovative bill about innovation, Mr. Chair, and I ask for it, I vote.
Thank you, Representative Melton, who until recently believed blockchains were in fact the sort of children's toys that my children played with, and I was happy to correct you on that. Representative Becker J.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just wondering if there's anybody else that wants to come up and thank their university and make sure they understand this is good for them. Is there any more buffaloes, rams, or anything else out there? So, members, as we are going through this, one of the things I wanted to make sure we did is make sure we put butts in seats and make sure that we have the availability to get the greatest minds sitting in these seats as we go forward. So with that, I move L013 and ask that it be displayed. Yeah. Members, what this is doing is this just sets a minimum amount of scholarships for the larger universities and the smaller universities. I appreciate that CU, CSU, CMU, and the community colleges and Metro came to the table and agreed to this amendment as we move forward. This just sets a percentage of at least to put people in seats, so I'd ask for an aye vote.
Representative Rankin.
Friendly amendment, vote yes.
Any further discussion on Amendment L013? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Amendment L13. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Amendment L13 passes. To the bill. Anyone?
Ask for a yes vote on the bill.
Representative Rankin. Seeing no further discussion, the question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 86. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, no. Senate Bill 86 is adopted.